So today's trip is bringing us to Zion Canyon, which turns out it's the fourth most popular canyon, National Park, but it's in the middle of nowhere. So we drove a couple hours up from Vegas yesterday, and you can see that we are up at Mountain Times sunrise, and the sunrise is actually causing this cool orange, missing it, reflection on the canyon sides off to the side. Also, as a side note, speed limit here is 80. And so Zion's interesting because we're going to be at the bottom of the canyon all day, and they don't allow cars, so we have to book a shuttle, and unless we want to wait on long lines, which is not our thing, we have to pay for a private shuttle, and so we're on our way to do that. So maybe when we come around this bend, we can see some of that orange magnificence. But everything around here is so breathtaking. So apparently, with being the fourth largest, there's the canyons. There it is. A little bit of Rob. This morning, Robbie's had some coffee, but hasn't taken effect yet. All right, see you in the canyon. All right, so we have made it into the park. We got a private shuttle, so that we didn't have to wait on lines. Well worth it. And we're not ready for Angel's Landing, but we're gonna do a little hike to the pools. And you can see, because we're down at the bottom of the canyon, so we're right next to the river. So everything's in the shade still, except for the top of the mountains. And so that's pretty neat looking. You can see it's like golden as the sun comes up. And then there's the Virgin River that did all of this. Let's go check it out. So what we've chosen is the easy trail. And it's starting right off with some rocky switchbacks here. So I have to say, by the way, if I'm breathing heavy, it's not because I'm sick, and it's also not because I'm out of shape. It's just high elevation, okay? So don't judge. Oh, wow. Look at that stuff. Nice. Definitely some eye fuel to keep the motivation. Wow, no handrails or anything. Go, Rob. Okay, so we're at a spot, no chains or anything, with a steep drop off down to the Virgin River. But what I find fascinating is that you can totally hear the conversations of the people all the way down there. Oh, I feel dizzy. Just breathtaking. It really doesn't show on the little screen, but hey, Rob. It's really amazing out here. Okay, so we've arrived at a place where we can see the water sort of seeping out of the rocks all along. Or, as one kid says, peeing. We can see people here on the top of the trails. over there. I'm going to zoom out so it's not so shaky. And again, where we are stays in shadow, but then the top has these brilliant colors. And, oh, there's a deer. Let's see if I can get... Where's my finger? Okay, there's my finger, and there's the deer, but it focuses on my finger.
I hear it, but I don't see it.
There.
I don't see it.
Okay, so stand where I am and use that tree as like a viewfinder.
Oh, there it is. It's walking across now.
Oh, that's a different deer. That's a bigger deer in the clearing, but he's gone.
Oh dear.
Oh. There was a bigger deer. The smaller deer has gone more into the... Okay, so this is boring for people who can't see the deer. So I'm going to zoom out and do that. And there's the Virgin River. And there's the lodge in the background. So all the breathtaking. Ooh. Ah. So Rob is a little afraid that because this is at some point covered by a bag that maybe we're not supposed to go this way.
It's not that I'm not supposed to go this way, but this isn't the way that brings us to the trail that gets out.
And there is also this barrier of rocks at the beginning of the trail. So it's a little bit of a puzzle. So if you find this phone months from now, you know what happened. And you can know for the record that I was the one to say to go ahead and try it. Okay, quick update. I think now I see why. Looks like there's a little bit of a flaw in this trail. What do you think, Rob? Can we make it?
Nope.
Okay, so I see the flaw in the... I think that this boulder used to be up, and that boulder fell down and took down this piece of the trail, right? And these trees that are lying down used to be standing up. There's the other piece of the trail. So I think once we get past here, it'll be okay. What do you think?
No.
Okay, so in the end, Rob convinced us to take the bypass, which meant going all the way up. And now we're going to go all the way down. And so there is an alternate route to the lower pools. So we're on our way. So I'm guessing that this is where the easy trail would have come to. Of course, with the landslide, it kicked up about 100 notches in difficulty. Anyway, but nonetheless, we have arrived. And so, let's see, there promised us to be a view over here. Let's see, here's a fence. Okay, well, I can't see anything on this side of the fence, so I suppose they mean for us to come over here. Ah, there we go. Now we're talking. There it is. That's what we came for. Oh, I bet when the sun finally comes down the canyon, it's like a permanent rainbow on that waterfall. So you can see why the Mormons felt that this was a religious experience. You can hear people giggling. So now this is the trail up there. And there is a trail to the lower right there. But again, there's a little obstacle here.
Well, there's another entrance over there, I think.
A little chain there. But it looks like I can get past the chain, but it's a little slippery right past it. Okay. Some rustic little chain stairs, and now we're going to walk behind the waterfall, which is awesome. Okay. Well worth it. So this is the first moment that I'm feeling sunshine. It's probably like 9:30 or so, and here I am walking behind the waterfall, and water comes out. It just seeps out of the sandstone rock here. So pretty neat to be in the sunshine. Totally worth it, but
Yeah, not too bad. I think it's a lot easier going this way than it is going this way.
That's why we turned around. We just wanted to be up higher to see the river. No, we're going down here. Oh, okay, cool. Thank you.
Where'd you get past on the other side of that? Is it uphill?
Downhill.
Well, yeah, it's a little bit up and down, but it's mostly it's straight down and then goes down. So.
Yeah, that's the hard part.
The hard part was going this way. Those little deer down there, there's a bunch of them.
hi, dear. And a hello, Rob.
Hello. They look skinny.
They do look skinny. There's
That one looks skinny.
hello, dear. Can I speak, dear? Ooh, doo, 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 doo. And behind the trees. So we have finished the part of the park that requires a shuttle bus, and now we are going to the park's tunnel. And the tunnel was built in 1930, and at the time, at 1.1 miles. The shuttle driver claims it was the longest in the world, but I think that the Holland Tunnel is longer and older, so perhaps he meant through like solid rock.
I know the Midtown Tunnel opened up in 1936 or so.
Yeah, but the Holland Tunnel has to be older, and it's totally Art Deco. So, check out the GPS. This is the road that we're on.
Switchbacks.
Some crazy roadness. But just so neat. All the different colors innately in the sandstone, but then how the sun creates different colors. One comment that the shuttle driver said was, you know, that at different times of the day, the rocks will be very different colors. So, all right. Okay, so we're stopped here waiting for the traffic to be allowed into the tunnel here. And, oh wow, what a neat view of the moon. But this is people doing something securely in the category of stuff for other people to do. Oh my gosh. Look at them. I don't even think I can zoom in anymore. But if you can't see them, there are people like on the side of that rock. And at the top. And there's also the moon right here. Looks really awesome, but probably doesn't show. And then, I mean, it's awe-inspiring, and I get the desire to be up there, but I have a hard enough time standing on flat ground. So we saw a sign on the side of the road that said Cedar. What was it? Cedar Break National Monument, and I hadn't found it on my searches because I'd only been searching for national parks. And it is freezing up here because apparently Rob says it's 10,000 feet, but it is awesome. So definitely glad we stopped. Alright, so we're at a lower elevation, so it's much more comfortably warm over here. And this is Kolob Canyons. Pretty breathtaking. All the breath being taken. What do you think? Can you ooh?
Ooh. I'll add that in for good measure.
Yeah. There it is.